friend, welcome to my YouTube channel. In my channel I will discuss you the daily newses from a leading newspaper, The Hindu. I will not only discuss the newses of the newspaper but also I will discuss the hidden general knowledge in each and every newses. This video will be exclusively helpful for those students who are preparing for competitive exams like UPSC, PSC, SSC, etc. So guys, let's start. Okay, the first news is the April 18, 2022. First news is retirement spree in Supreme Court may affect effort to scale down pendency. What is this? I have prepared this PDF file for you and I will give this PDF file to you in your request. So what is saying, retirement spree in Supreme Court may affect effort to scale down pendency. Retirement spree means period. There is a certain period for the judges of Supreme Court to be retired, and the rule is the tenure of judge in the court, in Supreme Court or High Court, is 65 years of age or 6 years in service, which is earlier. Okay, so the retirement procedure of the judges will start soon, probably from May 2022. Okay, and it will scale down pendencies. Pendency means the all pending cases. So speeding the pending cases will scale down due to this retirement. So the retirements in the topmost rung of the judiciary in 2022 will encompass changes in the powerful Supreme Court Collegium and see to new Chief Justice in a span of 2 months. The working judicial strength is 32 against the sanctioned strength of 34. So the retirement in the topmost rung of judiciary, rung means the highest judiciary, means the Supreme Court, will encompass changes in the powerful Supreme Court Collegium. Collegium means it is a group of the senior most judges. I will discuss collegium. So it will change the collegium, means the some of the senior judges from collegium will get retired and see 2 new Chief Justice in a span of 2 months. Okay, so 2 new Chief Justice will be recruited after the retirement. So the general knowledge in this topic is what about Supreme Court and what is collegium. I will discuss each part point by point. First, you know what is Supreme Court. Supreme Court of India is the supreme judicial body of India. The Supreme Court of India is the supreme judicial body of India and the highest court of the Republic of India under the Constitution. It is the most senior constitutional court and has the power of judicial review. The Chief Justice of India is the head and chief judge of the Supreme Court, which consists of a maximum 34 judges and has extensive power in the form of original, appellate and advisory jurisdiction. So there is a very important point is Supreme Court is the supreme judicial body and highest court of Republic of India under Constitution. Okay, it is the most senior constitutional court and has the power of judicial review. What is judicial review? I am discussing judicial review. Then the Chief Justice of India, the head and chief judge of Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court consists of maximum 34 judges according to Constitution. Supreme Court has a provision of maximum 34 judges, but currently it has 32 judges. The working state of judicial strength is 32 against sanction 34. So it required 2 new judges. Okay. And Supreme Court has extensive power in the form of original, appellate and advisory jurisdiction. So I will discuss each point First is judicial review, then original, then appellate, then adverse decision. What is this part? But before that, I will discuss what is collegium. What is the collegium? Collegium is it's a group of senior most judges who decide who are in the recruitment and transfer panel of the judges of India. Okay, so collegium. So who are the members of collegium? Presently, the members of collegiums are N.V. Ramana, the Chief Justice of India; Uday Umesh Lalit, one of senior judge; Ajay Manikrao Khanwilkar, another judge; Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, another judge; and L. Nageshwara Rao. So, Chief Justice of India and 4 senior most judge includes in the members of collegium. Okay. So, what is a collegium system? It is the system of appointment and transfer of judges that has evolved through a judgment of the Supreme Court and not by an act of Parliament or by a provision of the Constitution. So, whenever a new judge have to be recruited or transferred from a court to another court, the decision will be taken by the collegium, and the collegium will consist of senior most judges, these judges. Okay. So, recruitment and transfer of judge, the decision will not taken by Parliament. So, Parliament or Cabinet cannot take the decision to recruit or transfer judges. Okay. So, this is an order from Supreme Court. This is an order from a judgment from Supreme Court that collegium will appoint and transfer of judges. Next, who heads the collegium system? The Supreme Court collegium is headed by Chief Justice of India and comprises 4 other senior most judges. And High Court collegium is led by Chief Justice of High Court and 4 other senior most judges. Okay. Now, eligibility of a judge of a Supreme Court. The citizen of India not exceeding 65 years age as per Article 124 of the Constitution. So, minimum the requirement to be a judge of Supreme Court is not exceeding 65 years of age. Okay. Another is a judge of one High Court or more continuously for at least 5 years. So, he should be a judge of High Court at least for 5 years or more, an advocate there for at least 10 years, or he may be an advocate in High Court for more than 10 years, a distinguished jurist in the opinion of the President, power conferred by clause 2 of Article 124 of the Constitution of India. So, distinguished jurist means the collegium. Collegium, in the opinion of President, has the power to recruit a judge. Then, removal, how a judge can be removed, that is also has a provision in the Constitution, Article 124(4). President can remove a judge on proved misbehavior or incapacity when Parliament approve with a majority of the total membership of each house in favor of impeachment and not less than 2/3 of the member of each house. Okay. So, there should be a voting procedure where 2/3 of the member of each house will vote in favor of the removal or impeachment of the judge. So, when 2/3 of the member of each house means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, will vote in favor of the removal, then President can remove a judge. So, the procedure is start from the houses. But for initiating impeachment procedure against a judge, at least 50 members of Rajya Sabha or 100 members of Lok Sabha shall issue a notice as per Judge Inquiry Act 1968. So, before proceeding this impeachment voting, before procedure the voting procedure, there at least 50 members from Rajya Sabha or 100 members from Lok Sabha should approve the impeachment procedure. Okay. So, if the impeachment proposal make in the Rajya Sabha, then 50 members of Rajya Sabha should give the approval, and if the impeachment proposal make in the Lok Sabha, then at least 100 members of Lok Sabha shall approve the voting procedure. Means any kind of removal, impeachment, or no confidence motion, there is a need of voting. But before voting, the speaker needs approval from a minimum number of members. Suppose 50 members from Rajya Sabha or 100 members from Lok Sabha. So someone propose a impeachment of judge in Lok Sabha. Any cabinet minister can propose impeachment of a judge. So speaker will receive the impeachment proposal when at least 100 members of Lok Sabha will approve. Approve means by standing from their chair. Okay. Then after taking 100 members approval, the speaker then start the voting procedure. Okay, and the voting procedure is not less than 2/3 member will the impeachment procedure required vote from at least 2/3 members of each house. So this is the rule of impeachment. Then tenure of judge, I have already told you, tenure of judge is up to 65 years of age or 6 years of service, which is earlier. Okay. Then one important term I have discussed here, that is judicial review. Then original appellate advisory. So Supreme Court has the power of judicial review. What is judicial review? Judicial review is a process under which executive, legislative and administrative actions are subject to review by the judiciary. A court with authority for judicial review may invalidate laws, acts, governmental action that are incompatible with a higher authority. An executive decision may be invalidated for being unlawful, or a statute may be invalidated for violating the terms of a constitution. So judicial review is a process under which executive, legislative and administrative action are subject to review. So judicial review means the judiciary body can review any kind of action of executive, legislative and administrative. So judicial review has the power to review action taken by this body, executive, legislative and administrative. So what is executive body and what is legislative body and what is administrative body? I am giving you one difference, legislative and executive. Legislative is the Parliament of India comes under legislative, means Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President. Lok Sabha means all the cabinet minister, council of ministers, the opposition member, all the members of Lok Sabha, all the members of Rajya Sabha and President makes legislative. But executive is the Prime Minister and his council of minister come under executive branch. So Prime Minister and council of ministers come under, means the decision making authority, that is known as executive, who takes the important decision of nation, that is President, council of minister come under executive branch. So legislative is formulation of laws, policies done by the legislative. Okay, so any kind of laws and policies formulation, okay, will be done by legislative. Formulation means passing a bill in the houses and from the president. This is the formulation. The procedure is done by legislature. But executive is responsible for implementation of policy, means drafting a bill in the houses, propose a bill in the houses is done by the executive. Next is Parliament of India. The legislative does not have the power to sign or ratify international treaty. So Parliament cannot sign international treaty. Who sign international treaty? Executive, means the Prime Minister or any other cabinet minister can sign in international treaty. The executive has the power to sign international treaty. This is so. What is the difference between council of minister and cabinet of minister? Cabinet minister are the important ministers like Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, etc., including Prime Minister. So they take important decision. And council of cabinet is a part of council. Council has three parts. One is cabinet, one is Minister of State and Minister of State independent charge. 3 part makes council. So the decision will be taken by cabinet and followed by the other part of council, means the Minister of State or Minister of State independence charge is follow the decision of cabinet. So important is Prime Minister and his cabinet. Now 4 pillars of society: executive, legislation, administration and judiciary. Executive is, I have already told you, Prime Minister and Council of Minister. Legislation is the Parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President. Administration is the government officers like the bureaucrats, like the IPS, IAS, who follows the laws approved by the legislative and the judiciary. Okay. Now what is original jurisdiction? It is written in this point: original appellate and advisory jurisdiction. What is original jurisdiction is, in common law legal system, original jurisdiction of a court is the power to hear a case for the first time, as opposed to appellate jurisdiction, when a higher court has the power to review a lower court jurisdiction. So original and appellate, the difference is original means when you hear the case for the first time, means the original jurisdiction, who has the power of original jurisdiction? The lower court. The lower court has the power of original jurisdiction. Okay, because they hear a case for the first time. But appellate jurisdiction is when a higher court has the power to review a lower court decision. Appellate jurisdiction has High Court and Supreme Court. Okay. So what is lower court or trial court, or also known as district and session court? District and session court is a, I am telling you the post. Name of the court is district and session court. Then who is the head? District judge. Okay, I am giving you one district, Purulia. So district judge is the head. Then there is civil judge senior division court, civil judge junior division court, chief judicial magistrate first court. Who is civil judge and who is judicial magistrate? There is a difference. Civil judge means they can handle or they can hear any case except criminal case. They can hear any case except criminal case. That is known as civil judge senior, civil judge junior. And chief judicial magistrate is they only hear the criminal cases. So chief judicial magistrate first court. And then is appellate court. Appellate court is, I have already told you, the review, hear and appeal of trial court. Okay, so High Court and Supreme Court are appellate court. And last is advisory jurisdiction. Advisory means when Supreme Court or High Court gives advice to the government, it is the power of Supreme Court to provide opinion on specific disputed matter on the request of President. It is also called advisory opinion. So this is the all about from the first news. Okay. The next news is this: BRICS meet likely in June, India to attend China hosted event. Okay, what is this news? Weeks after the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi to Delhi, India has agreed to attend a virtual summit of leaders of the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa grouping, likely to be held at the end of June, sources have confirmed. So BRICS is nothing but the combined group of Brazil, B for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China and South Africa. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa grouping. This is known as BRICS grouping. The Prime Minister of the state will sit together and discuss in any matter. The dates of the meeting, which will see Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the same platform as Russian President Vladimir Putin, Chinese President Xi Jinping, leaders of Brazil and South Africa for the first time since Ukraine war began. Okay, so Modi will sit with Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping for the first time since the Ukraine war began. are still being finalized, the source said, though June 23, 2024 have been suggested. Now, India hosted last year BRICS Summit, which was also held virtually and attended by 5 leaders. This is the first summit hosted by China since the tension broke out in the line of actual control due to PLS transgressions in April 2020. So now, what is about BRICS? What is BRICS? So BRICS Summit date has not fixed yet. It will be hosted by China. Okay, it will be hosted by China, and Modi will attend the meeting. The probable date of the meeting may be June 24 and 23 and 24. Okay. And now here is also one line written here. This is the first summit hosted by China since the tension broke out at line of actual control due to PLS transgression in April 2020. So from April 2020, China start transition in the line of actual control between India and China. Okay. So I will discuss about the line of actual control. So, but first discuss about what is BRICS. BRICS is the acronym coined to associate 5 major emerging economies. Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. The BRICS members are known for their significant influence on regional affairs. Since 2009, the government of BRICS states have met annually at formal summits. India hosted the most recent 13 BRICS summit on 9 September 2021. Okay, so these are the nation which form the BRICS. Now it formed in the year 2009. Originally, the first 4 were grouped as BRIC before the induction of South Africa in 2010. So in 2009, when the group formed, there is only 4 countries: Brazil, Russia, India and China. In 2010, South Africa introduced in this group. The first BRIC meeting was held in Russia with 4 countries except South Africa in 2009. The 13th, means the last BRIC summit, was hosted by India in 2021. The next 14 BRIC summit will be hosted by China. Okay. So this is the leader of BRIC summit, and this is the country map. Now there is a bank called as New Development Bank formed by these 5 countries. It is very important. Formerly referred to as BRICS Development Bank, is a multilateral development bank established by BRICS states: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. According to the agreement on the New Development Bank, the bank shall support public or private projects through loan, guarantees, equity participation and other financial instruments. Moreover, the NDB shall cooperate with international organizations and other financial entities like World Bank, like International Monetary Fund, and provide technical assistance for projects to be supported by bank. The bank is headquartered in Shanghai, China. Okay. The first regional office of NDB is in Johannesburg, South Africa. Second regional office established in 2019 in Sao Paulo, Brazil, followed by Moscow, Russia. So it has 1 headquarter and 3 regional office. One is in South Africa, one is in Brazil, and one is in Russia. Okay. So this is all about from the second news. Then the third news. Third news is this: Ukrainians defy deadline to surrender in Mariupol. Okay. So what is this topic is the shattered port city of Mariupol. Mariupol is a port city. Mariupol appeared on the brink of falling to the Russian on Sunday after 7 weeks under siege. So Russia on the verge of taken control by Russian this city, in what would give Moscow a crucial success following its failure to storm the Ukrainian capital and sinking of its Black Sea flagship. Okay. So what is saying here is the Mariupol is on the brink of failure, falling to Russia. Okay. In what would give Moscow a crucial success following its failure to storm the Ukrainian capital and the sinking of its Black Sea project. Means Russia fails in to storm in Ukrainian capital, means Kiev. So Russia cannot take control of Kiev, and also the sinking of its Black Sea flagship, and also a flagship also has sinked in the Black Sea. Okay, so this is the sea. Russian flagship Moskva sinks in Black Sea while being towed to port. Okay, Ukraine has destroyed this sea, and the sea sinks in the Black Sea. Now look at where is Mariupol. Mariupol is here. This is the city Mariupol, and this is the Russian border, and this is a port city because here is a part of Black Sea. This is the Black Sea. Here is a part of Black Sea, Sea of Azov. Okay, so Russia, as this is near to the Russian border, Russia will quickly capture this portion. So here is this is the portion where Russia start invading Lutsk, Lviv, Kiev, Kharkiv, Dnipro, Kherson, Odisha. This is the port. This is also a port. Russian troop landed in port in Odisha. Okay, and this is the portion Donetsk and Luhansk. This portion is fully separatist claimed areas. This portion is full of Russian separatist claim area. Okay, so already Russia has the control over this area. Now Russia will going to take control over this area. Okay, again, now what is Black Sea? This question come in UPSC. What is the bordering countries of Black Sea? Look, Ukraine, then Romania, then Bulgaria, then Turkey, then Georgia, and then Russia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 country surrounds Black Sea. Okay, so Black Sea is a landlocked lake. Now something we should know about India-Ukraine relationship. Okay, so how India can be affected from the invasion of Russia. The main items being imported by Ukraine from India are drugs, pharmaceutical production, oats, minerals, tobacco products, tea, coffee, spices, silk, jute. The main item imported by India from Ukraine are chemicals, equipment, machines, and engines. Now there are such joint stock companies as Ukri Industry that has owned contracts for conducting coke battery reconstruction at the plants of metallurgy in Rourkela and Bokaro. Okay, now National Space Agency Ukraine, UJNOI, and ISRO have ongoing cooperation in the space sector. Ukraine has a very strong IT sector. Many offshore call centers have been successful. Aptech Limited from Mumbai has signed an agreement in May 2004 with International Institute of Personnel Management, the biggest IT training center in Ukraine, to organize IT program for schools and institutions in Ukraine. Biotechnology is the latest sector where companies such as Biocon, Genome, etc. are cooperating with each other. It also supplies turbines for thermal, hydroelectric, and nuclear plant. So these are all the related news from this topic. Okay, and the next topic is, this is completely a political news. 21 held over communal clash in Jahangirpur. I will not discuss it. Time is limited. I will discuss only those news from where general knowledge can come. Okay, COVID-19 cases inch up in Delhi. Advisory issued to schools. Okay, what is this topic? With the number of COVID-19 cases in Delhi witnessing an upward trend, students going back to school on Monday after a 4-day weekend will be met with stringent protocols to contain the spread of the virus if there is a breakout. Private schools have been advised to close the entire school or a wing concerned of the school if a COVID-19 case is reported. Now related topic is, yesterday there was a news, or yesterday or day before yesterday, that is no need to panic over Xi variant. There is a new variant after Delta and Omicron. There is a new variant that is called Xi variant. So there is no need to panic over XE variant of COVID-19, said Health Minister Satyendra Jain. He said new variant of the virus are being discovered around the world almost every other day and many more will emerge. The XE variant has not been classified as a variant concerned by WHO, which means it is not a threat yet. Okay. Now another important news is COVID-19 third dose, which is also called precautionary dose, from today, means 10th April 2022. From 10th April 2022, third doses has been started and price is cut to rupees 225 plus service fee. This is important. Now everyone of age 18 years or older will be eligible for the third dose after 9 months or 39 weeks have passed since they got their second dose of the vaccine, the government said. Okay. Now both Covishield manufactured by Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech's Covaxin will be available for rupees 225 per dose, down from 600 and 1200. So the initial price of in the private organization, the initial price of Covishield was 600 and Covaxin was 1200. But now as per the government announcement, both will be available in rupees 225 per dose, plus there will be a service tax. Okay. Private vaccination center can charge up to rupees 150 per dose as a service charge. So this plus 150. Okay, and above the cost of vaccine, recipient will be able to see the total cost on the CoWIN portal. Another important news is warm COVID jab gives hope in animal trial. Okay, it is also day before yesterday news. New Indian, I have given all the link here. You can go in this link and find this news. New Indian COVID vaccine candidate can withstand even 100 degrees Celsius. India's new heat-resistant COVID-19 vaccine candidate can be stored at 37 degrees Celsius for 4 weeks and even at 100 degrees Celsius for up to 9 weeks. A new COVID-19 vaccine India is preparing which can withstand in this temperature also. A heat-resistant COVID-19 vaccine that is being developed in India and does not need cold chain storage has generated strong antibody response against coronavirus variant including Delta and Omicron. The variant candidate by the Indian the name has not yet suggested. It is called as the variant vaccine candidate by the Indian Institute of Science Bengaluru and Bharat Biotech. Startup company Minvax uses a part of the viral spike protein called the receptor binding domain, which allows the virus to connect with the host cell. In comparison, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine known as Covishield in India must keep between 2 to 8 degrees Celsius and Pfizer cold storage minus 70 degrees Celsius. Okay. So now know about the COVID-19 vaccination in India, which is very important. Question can come. India began administration of COVID-19 vaccine on 16 January 2021. Okay. As of April 3, 2022, India has administered over 1.8 billion doses, including first, second and precautionary doses. In India, 91% of the eligible population means 12 plus age has received at least one shot and 77% of eligible population is fully vaccinated. So which are the vaccine approved by India? Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine by Serum Institute under trade name Covishield. Then Covaxin developed by Bharat Biotech. Then Sputnik V developed under license by Dr. Reddy's Laboratory. Then Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, Jacob D, JDS Cadila. Now something about Oxford AstraZeneca. It is sold under brand name Covishield. Okay, it is a viral vector vaccine. It is a viral vector vaccine for prevention of COVID-19, developed by United Kingdom by the Oxford University and British-Swedish company AstraZeneca. Then what is Covaxin? Covaxin is a inactive virus. Covishield was a viral vector vaccine, but Covaxin is an inactive virus developed by Bharat Biotech in collaboration with Indian Council of Medical Research, National Institute of Virology. Okay. Then Jacob D is a DNA plasmid It is a DNA plasmid. Okay, it is developed by Indian pharmaceutical company Cadila Healthcare with support from the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council. It is approved for emergency use. Then Sputnik V. Sputnik V is an adenovirus viral vector vaccine for COVID-19 developed by Gamaleya Research Institute Epidemiology and Microbiology in Russia. It is the world first registered combination vector vaccine for the prevention of COVID-19, having been registered on 11 August 2020 by Russian Minister of Health. Then from where this name come? Sputnik 1 was the first artificial Earth satellite. It was launched into an elliptical low Earth orbit by the Soviet Union on 4 October 1957 as a part of Soviet space program. Then about Moderna. Moderna sold under brand name Spikevax. It is developed by American company Moderna, the United States National Institute of Allergy and Infection Disease, and the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority. Then Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson is a COVID-19 vaccine developed by Janssen Vaccine in Leiden, Netherlands, and Belgium parent company Janssen Pharmaceuticals, a subsidiary of American company Johnson & Johnson. Then what about Serum Institute? Serum Institute is an Indian biotechnology and biopharmaceutical company based in Pune. It is world's largest manufacturer of vaccines. It was founded by Cyrus Poonawalla in 1966, headquartered in Pune. So Serum Institute is the world's largest manufacturers of vaccine. Now Bharat Biotech. Bharat Biotech is Indian multinational biotechnology company headquartered in the city of Hyderabad. India engaged in the drug discovery, drug development, manufacture by vaccine, etc. Headquartered Genome Valley, Hyderabad. Then Dr. Reddy's Laboratory. Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, Indian multinational pharmaceutical company located in Hyderabad. Okay, so this is the news. The next news is this. CBI arrest absconding accused in Noida case. So what is this? The CBI has arrested an absconding accused in connection with an ongoing investigation into an alleged case of gang rape and death of a minor girl in Noida district of West Bengal earlier this month. This probe agency took over the case on April 13 following a directive from the Calcutta High Court. So CBI is investigation the case of a gang rape and death of a minor girl. But we should know something about what is CBI. The Central Bureau of Investigation is an executive body. It is an executive body. What is executive body? I am telling you. Which is a premier investigating agency of India. It operates under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievance and Pension, Government of India. Originally set up to investigate bribery and government corruption in 1965, it received expanded jurisdiction to investigate breaches of central law enforced by the Government of India. Now, what is executive? Executive means I have already discussed what is executive. This is executive is the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers come under executive branch. So CBI is a executive body, means it is formed by the executive, means Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers. So this is not a constitutional body. This is not a statutory body, constitutional body, not a statutory body. So constitutional body means the body which is written in constitution. So CBI is not written in constitution, so it is a non-constitutional body. And this is not a statutory body. Statutory body means the body which was established by passing an act in the parliament. Means passing an act means by approved from 2/3 majority from both house. Okay. So CBI is not a constitutional, not a statutory body. Constitutional body example is like UPSC, United Public Service Commission, or Attorney General of India, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. These are the constitutional body. Now statutory bodies, suppose University Grant Commission, National Human Rights Commission. These are the these are the commission which is known as statutory body established by passing an act in the parliament. But executive body means the prime minister and his cabinet ministers, council of ministers establish the body to speeding up investigation. To speeding up investigation, this body was formed. Simply this body was formed, which is Premier Investigation Agency of India. Okay, comes under Minister of Personnel, Public Grievance and Pension. This ministry, the minister of this ministry is the Prime Minister himself. The Prime Minister himself is the Minister of Personnel, Public Grievance and Pension. Okay. Multi-state organized crime, multi-agency international cases. The agency has been known to investigate several economic crimes. Okay, CBI exempted from the Provision of Right to Information Act. Headquartered in Jawaharlal Nehru, New Delhi. Okay, so this is the news. The next news is from page 4. Compensate farmers for low production. Huda. So, former Chief Minister and leader of opposition Bhupinder Singh Hooda has demanded rupees 500 per quintal compensation for the farmers on the minimum support price for what on account of low production this year due to unfavorable weather condition. He added that the price of wheat in international market has reached 3000 to 3500 rupees per quintal and the farmers should also benefit from it. So, leader of opposition Bhupinder Singh wants that government should give rupees 500 per quintal on minimum support price, means minimum support price rupees 500 per quintal compensation for the farmers on the minimum support price. Mean minimum support price extra 500 rupees per quintal should be given to the farmers due to low production this year due to unfavorable weather condition. Now what is minimum support price? Minimum support price is the minimum price set by the government for certain agriculture products at which the product would directly be bought from the farmers if the open market price are less than the cost incurred. Okay, so if market price is very less than the cost incurred by the farmers to produce the crop, then government of India will buy that crop in a minimum support price. On September 9, 2021, the central government hiked the MSP for Rabi crops including wheat, mustard, safflower and masoor dal, rapeseed and chana or gram. Okay, but if farmer find that open market price is more than minimum support price, then the farmer can sell their crop in the open market. But if not, then government of India will buy in minimum support price. Now MSP is a form of government intervention to ensure the farmer against a steep decline in the price of good. Already I have discussed the government of India sets MSP twice a year for 24 commodity. So it sets MSP twice a year for 24 commodity. Now it extended to 26 commodity. What are the commodity? In cereals, paddy, wheat, jowar, barley, bajra, ragi, pulses, ragi maize, then pulses, arahar, tur, gram, moong, lentil, urad, then oil seeds, groundnut. These are raw cotton. These are the things included in the minimum support price. Okay, so this is from the news. Then the next news is Odisha plans to steps against snake bite. What is the news? As snake bites kill more people than natural disaster in Odisha, the state government has decided to come up with standard operating procedure and institutional capacity building to deal with the menace. Okay. Special Relief Commissioner P.K. Jena has convened a meeting of experts drawn from the soliciting their views to minimize number of snakebite deaths. The state has lost 5,964 lives from snakes now. Okay. Odisha was the first in the country to declare a snakebite a state-specific disaster. Now there was a proposal to establish a dedicated ward with trained manpower and anti-venom drug in every hospital, like special wards created to deal with sunstroke cases during summer season. Okay, so there is a special ward created to deal with sunstroke cases during summer season. So there is also a need to establish a ward related to snake bite. Okay. Now, the Special Relief Commissioner has convened a meeting of experts drawn from the World Bank, Geological Survey of India, Assam, Karnataka, Kerala. Okay, Geological Service of India on Assam and Karnataka and Kerala. So they have a meeting with World Bank and Geological Survey of India. So what is World Bank? The World Bank is an international financial institution that provides loans and grants to the government of low and middle income countries for the purpose of pursuing capital project. Established July 1944, headquartered Washington DC. Okay, this is the World Bank. So they provide loans and grants to government low and middle income countries. Difference between loans and grants are loans should be repaid with interest, but grants need not to be repaid and there is no interest. Okay. World Bank consists of five organs: International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD), who provide loans, credit and grants. International Development Association (IDA) provide low or no interest on loans and low country. These two are main organ of World Bank. So IBRD gives loans to middle income country and IDA gives grant to very low income country. Then International Finance Corporation provide investment advices. Then Multilateral Guarantee Agency MICA insurance provide insurance, a lender investor against political risk. Then International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute, ICSID, settle investment disputes between investor and countries. Then know about Geological Survey of India, founded in July 1, 1916 in the British era by Government of India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, as premier Indian organization in geological research and studies to promote the survey, exploration and research of the fauna in the country. This is the logo. Formation 1st July 1916, headquartered in Kolkata. So this is the related news. The next news is major fire. No, sorry. Yes, forest fires posing threat to wild animals in Jharkhand. What is this name? Raging forest fires in Jharkhand that wilted under the scorching sun for the last few weeks are posing a threat to wildlife, as these bushfires are shrinking animals' habitat and causing food scarcity. Okay, so altogether 120 fire points were recorded only on Saturday in the forest of Garwa, Palamu, Latihar, Chhatra, Hazaribagh, Ranchi and West Singhbhum district, according to data obtained from the fire alert system. Several endangered reptiles were reported charred in the forest of Parashnath Hill in Giridih and Palamau Tiger Reserve in last 30 days. Okay, so Palamau Tiger Reserve is a very important tiger reserve. It's located in Jharkhand. So these are the potential area where forest fires are occurred. This is the Palamau Tiger Reserve, Hazaribagh, Garwa, Kodarma, then Paschim Singhbhum, Godda, okay, Dumka. This is the point. Now, next important topic is to discuss is this. Okay, no easy way out. The Rajapaksa losing their political capital while dealing with the economic crisis. This news is related to Sri Lanka economic crisis. Also, this news is also in this page, in the page 14. Okay, so I will discuss. In the page 14 is also discussed Sri Lankan delegation heads to United States to seek 4 billion IMF package, International Monetary Fund package. A Sri Lankan government delegation, the Sri Lankan finance minister is headed to the United States on Sunday to engage with the IMF to secure a 4 billion US dollar package as it desperately tries to salvage the country's beleaguered economy currently reeling under a severe forex crisis. So they need $4 billion. Okay. Now, why is Sri Lanka under state of emergency? Sri Lanka's economic crisis can be traced to two key developments. The Easter Sunday bombing 2019 that deterred the tourism, and the pandemics since early 2020 further drained the economy. The Rajapaksa regime made policy choices that are now proving very costly. Wrong policy they have chosen. Which policy? Cut the government tax revenue substantially and rushed into an organic only agriculture policy that will likely slash the year's harvest by half. Okay. Now how India helps Sri Lanka? India helps Sri Lanka by providing 2.4 billion USD line of credit. So India helped 2.4 billion USD line of credit. What is line of credit? It is similar to credit card. So means difference between line of credit and loans is the full loan amount has to be repaid with interest. But line of credit means how much you have used, you have to repay only that portion with that interest. So out of 2.4 billion USD, if Sri Lanka used only 1 billion USD, then Sri Lanka has to repay that 1 billion USD with interest of that 1 billion USD. That this is line of credit. That the line of credit has always has a limit of credit. The limit is upper limit is 2.4 billion. Now also India traders have started loading 40,000 tons of rice. Already India sent this. This is yesterday, day before yesterday news. Already India sent this 40,000 tons of rice. Okay. Then also India delivered last Saturday 40,000 metric ton of diesel. Okay. Then what is the recent trade relationship between India and Sri Lanka? That is Brandix Lanka Limited, the second largest garment exporter of Sri Lanka, has set up operation in Visakhapatnam. And from India, will complete 168 megawatt power project in Sri Lanka. Okay, this is the related news. Then okay, letter to the editor. What is this I am discussing you? In a practical sense, there is nothing significant about the University Grant Commission's new policy allowing students in higher education to pursue two full-time courses simultaneously. Okay, so there is no practical sense. There is no practical sense. Okay, that University Grant Commission new policy allowing students in higher education to pursue two full-time courses simultaneously. First, we have to know what is the University Grant Commission approval. UGC issue norms for students to do two programs at once. Okay. The University Grant Commission on Wednesday 13 April issued guidelines to allow students to pursue two academic programs simultaneously at higher education institute recognized by it or statutory council of Government of India. The guideline will be applicable for academic program other than PhD, not in case of PhD. So student can pursue two academic programs simultaneously at higher education. Okay. So the minister is saying that this move was in the line with National Education Policy 2020, which emphasized on the need to facilitate multiple pathways to learn involving both formal and non-formal. So this is already a part of National Education Policy 2020 taken by the Union government. So some writer had written in the Hindu newspaper that there is no sense to approve this kind of move, because even completing one course in the earnest is a hard job for a vast majority of students. Completing one course is a very hard job. Instead of this move, UGC, what they should do, The UGC's endeavor should be to impact deeper and more competitive quality to higher education. Now the two in one move will only undermine existing quality. Okay. So this is the news. Now what is National Education Policy? Very important. National Education Policy 2020. National Education Policy approved by the Union Cabinet on 29 July 2020 outlined the vision of new education system. The new policy replaced the old National Policy for Education 1986. It replaced the old. So what is the new thing added in National Education Policy? Here is the list. National Education Policy and National Education Policy 1986, the older. What is the Minister of Education, Minister of Human Resource Development? Gross income 50%, 26%, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 format, 10 plus 2 format. Okay, exam in class 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 each year up to class 12. Board exam objective and descriptive twice a year. Board exam description once a year. This is the then no hard separation of art, no hard separation of art, commerce, science. All will be mixed with curriculum. Hard separation arts. These are the preschool to be added in Kendriya Vidyalaya, start from class 1. Okay, coding to be taught from class 6. No mandatory exit format. These are the development of this new education policy over the old education policy. Now who is the University Grant Commission? It is a statutory body. Statutory body means it is developed by passing an act in the parliament, means passing by 2/3 majority in both house. Some other examples are National Human Rights Commission, National Green Tribunal. These are the other example of statutory body. This is not non-constitutional body, not written in the constitution. Set up by the Union government in accordance to the UGC Act. This is the Act of Parliament under Minister of Human Resource Development, and is charged with coordination, determination and maintenance of standard of higher education. Okay. Then no university can exist, let alone confer degree to run college without the approval of UGC. Okay. Some other approved so UGC is basically give approval to the non-technical universities. So for technical universities, there is All India Council of Technical Education. Then for medical college, the approved council is the Medical Council of India. Then Indian Council of Agriculture Research. These are the other commission, including this University Grant Commission. These are the other statutory body. National Council for Teacher Education, Dental, Pharmacy Council, Nurse Council, Bar Council of India. Okay. Next news is, yes, time for change. The IMD must update some process and stress on shorter forecast. So it is related the yesterday news, the 15th April news that IMD forecast normal monsoon, no El Nino. The Indian Meteorological Department, while forecasting a normal southwest monsoon for this year, also revised downwards the definition of what constitutes average rainfall. At a press briefing, the agency said that India would get 99% of the long period average rainfall, changed from 89 semi to 88 semi in 2018, and in the periodic update in 2022 again revised to 87 centimeter. So what IMD is saying that there is a normal rainfall, and the rainfall is 99% of the long period average rainfall. So what is long period average rainfall? I am discussing. So the rainfall of this year will be 99% of long period average rainfall, which is also called as normal rainfall. Okay. Now the rainfall, the long period average rainfall changed from 89 to 88 in 2018 and again changed to 87 in 2022. Okay. Now what is long period average rainfall? I am discussing you. Long period average rainfall was meant to be updated every decade, means every 10 years it should be updated. The 89 centimeter average was computed based on a 50-year average from 1951 to 2000. It is a average 50-year average rainfall 1951 to 2000, that is 89. Then 88 centimeter is after 10 years, means 1961 to 2010. This 50-year duration, the long period average rainfall reduced by 1 centimeter. Then again from 1971 to 2020, another 50-year, the average rainfall become this 87 centimeter. Okay, so after every decade it is calculated and reduced by 1 centimeter. Now what IMD is saying that a monsoon is considered normal when rainfall falls between 96% and 104% of the LPA. Okay, plus minus 4% of the LPA. So here it is 99% of LPA. So this is the normal rainfall. Okay. The IMD also saying that they does not expect El Nino. They does not expect El Nino. Rather, they are expecting currently La Nina condition are prevailing. So what is El Nino? What is La Nino? I am discussing here with this map. This is the map. This is the Asia. This is the Asia. Then Europe, Africa, India, Australia. Okay, and this is the North America and South America. And this is the Pacific Ocean. And this is the line of equator. This is the line of the 0 degree latitude equator. Okay. So the equator receives the sunlight most. So the water of this portion is a very warm water. Warm water. So warm water of seas or oceans will be carried from one place to another place by wind. Okay. So in El Nino condition, when El Nino condition occurred, the wind over this warm water become very weak and it cannot carry the warm water from this place to this place. Okay. So basically this is Pacific Ocean. This part of Pacific Ocean is called east coast of Pacific Ocean, and this part is called west coast of Pacific Ocean. So in El Nino condition, the wind becomes so weak it cannot carry the warm water from west coast of Pacific Ocean to from east coast of Pacific Ocean to west coast of Pacific Ocean. So warm water stays here and cold water stays here in El Nino condition. So in El Nino condition, this area, this South American coast, means Peru, Chile, Ecuador, receives heavy rainfall, while this Asian, the Indian coast, the Australian coast become dry condition. So this is El Nino. And what is La Nina? In La Nina condition, the wind over the warm water become very strong and it carry the warm water from east coast to west coast. Okay. And thus the west coast receive heavy rainfall while the east coast become dry. So La Nina condition is favorable for India and Asian part. In La Nina condition, India receives rainfall. So what IMD is saying that IMD is not expecting El Nino. They are expecting La Nina. So it is a good sign for India. Okay. El Nino is also called as the boy, and La Nina is also called that the girl. Next is the functioning of the Enforcement Directorate. What is the function of Enforcement Directorate? The PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, was brought in to prevent parking of money outside India and to trace out the layering and trail of money. The ED got its power to investigate this crime under section 48-49 of the Act. Okay. Now, whenever any offence is registered by a local police station which has generated proceeds of crime over and above rupees 1 crore, the ED steps in. The ED can also carry out search, property and seizure money documents if it suspect money has been laundered. Since the PMLA was enacted only in 2005, any ill-gotten property acquired before the year 2005 has no case under PMLA. The story so far, the enforcement director is the news now often. So we will know something about enforcement director. What is enforcement directorate is? So they has basically provided to check the cases regarding money laundering. Okay, regarding money laundering and of rupees crime over and above rupees 1 crore. So the Director of Enforcement is a law enforcement agency and economic intelligence agency responsible for enforcing economic laws and fighting economic crime in India. It is part of the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. It is composed of officers from Indian Revenue Service, Police Service and Administrative Service. Okay, headquarters is in New Delhi. So it is also it is not written here, I am telling you, it is also ED is also executive body, means it is established by the Prime Minister and his cabinet. It is also executive body like CBI. It is also an executive body. Okay, this is the all from the news. Now next news is the status of India's national cyber security strategy. What is this? The Data Security Council of India (DSCI) has prepared a 22-page report focusing on 21 areas to ensure a safe and vibrant cyberspace for India. Some of the focus areas are large-scale digitization of public service, state-level cybersecurity. Okay, so this is very important. Cyber security is very important. The ransom attack the government website, the private website, even the defense website. So the Data Security Council came here with a 22-page report focusing on a safe and vibrant cyberspace for India. How? The report recommended a national framework which should be set in collaboration with institutes like National Skill Development Corporation and Information Society, Education and Awareness to provide global professional certification in security. So through National Skill Development Corporation training, a certificate will be issued to the trainee to provide global professional certificate in security. The DSCI further recommended to create a cyber security service like Indian Administrative Service, like Indian Police Service, a cyber security services. 1 in 4 Indian organizations suffered a ransomware attack in 2021. 1 in 4 Indian organizations suffered a ransomware attack in 2021, which is higher than global average 21%. So DSCI recommended to create a cyber security services. Now who is DSCI, Data Security Council of India? It is a premier industry body on data protection in India, committed to making cyberspace safe, secure and trusted by establishing best practices, standards and initiative in cyber securities and privacy. Okay, so DSCI brings together national governments and their agencies, industry sector including IT, BP, etc. This is the Data Security Council. And then is National Skill Development Corporation. Is a not-for-profit public limited company. What is public limited company and what is public sector? Public limited company means there is a share percentage between government and private company. Private company has more share than government. Suppose private company has share of 51% and central government has a share of 49%. That is public limited company. And in public sector, the government has more share than the private. Okay, suppose Bharat Heavy Electric Limited, BHEL, Coal India Limited, then Gas Authority of India Limited, GAIL, these are the public sector. So National Skill Development Corporation is a not-for-profit public limited company incorporated on July 31, 2008 under Section 25 in Companies Act 1956. So this act was first passed in the parliament. Then this National Skill Development Corporation has been established by Ministry of Finance as a public-private partnership model. The Government of India through Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship holds 49% share. The Government of India holds 49% share of capital of NSDC, while the private sector has the balance 51% share. This is public limited company. Okay, the aims is to promote skill development, large quality for profit vocational institution. Okay, some schemes and initiative are Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendro, India International Skill Center, Technical Intern Training, Sikho or Kamao Swadesh. Okay, what is the next news is Amarnath pilgrims. So Amarnath Yatra resumes soon. 33,000 the number of people who have so far registered themselves for the annual pilgrims to the cave of shrines of Amarnath in South Kashmir. Government is expecting that nearly 8 lakh pilgrim will appear this season, because this is the first time since the Article 370 dissolved and after COVID-19 pandemic. So minimum 8 lakh pilgrim will come in the Amarnath Yatra in the South Kashmir. The 43-day Yatra, total 43-day Yatra is scheduled to start from June 30. After the coronavirus pandemic enforced break of 2 years, the journey to the cave shrine will begin from the twin route. There are two routes. The traditional 48 km from Nuanwan to the cave shrine and 14 km shorter but steep Baltal route in Ganderbal district in central Kashmir. Now, should know about Amarnath temple. Amarnath temple is a Hindu shrine located in Jammu Kashmir, India. The cave is situated from Srinagar, reached through Pahalgaon town, from Srinagar to Pahalgaon town. This is the Amarnath temple cave. The cave is located in Lidar Valley, is surrounded by glaciers. This is the cave, surrounded by glaciers, snow mountains, and is covered with snow most of the year, except for a short period of time in summer when it is open to pilgrim. Okay, so it is not covered in by glaciers, so the pilgrim can view the Amarnath temple, and this is the shrines of the Amarnath temple. Next topic is fleeing Ukraine. So fleeing from Ukraine, 4.8 million the number of people who have fled Ukraine since the Russian invasion, according to United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee said. UNHCR said that 48,69,019 Ukrainians had left the country since Russia invaded on February 24. So where the Ukrainian fleeing to? This is the Ukraine. This is the Ukraine. This is the Belarus border. So this is the Ukraine. This is Poland. This is Slovakia. This is Hungary. This is Moldova. This is Romania and this is Moldova. These are the country where the Ukrainian fleeing up. Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania and Moldova. Next is this is the very important news. April 18 has been designated by the UNESCO as the International Day for Monuments and Sites, also known as the World Heritage Day. Okay, so April 18 also known as the UNESCO World Heritage Day. Now, list of UNESCO sites in India. I will go to this site. This is the UNESCO site. Now, cultural site, 32 number of cultural site. Okay, Agra Fort, Ajanta, Nalanda Vihar, Sanchi. These are the Fatehpur Sikri, Mahabalipuram. These are the cultural site. There are also tentative list, man. They are yet to include in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, Bishnupur Temple in West Bengal, Matanchari places, Ernakulam, Kerala. This yet to be included in the list. Now, conservation report. State of conservation report. So state of conservation of world heritage properties in 1979 and the threats they have faced in the past or are currently facing. Okay, these are included in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The archaeological work, modern movement archaeological, Nalanda University, Great Himalayan National Park, Hill Forest Rajasthan, Keolado National Park. These are the Fatehpur Sikri, Taj Mahal, Agra Fort. These are the site, potential threatened site that is included in the UNESCO group of monuments. Hampi, Sun Temple, Konark, okay, churches, Elephanta Caves, okay, Nanda Devi, Manas Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another related news with this is free entry today at Archaeological Survey of India monuments. All tickets centrally protected monuments will have free entry on Monday, means today, on the occasion of World Heritage Day. The Archaeological Survey of India said in order. The Archaeological Survey of India maintains 3693 monuments. The entry is also free on International Women's Day on March 8 and World Heritage Week Celebration Day on March 19. Okay. The next important news is this: China deploying UAVs near LAC. What is this? China continues to expand its UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicle network, and use in areas close to the line of actual control. Okay, there is a significant increase in their use for a variety of tasks from intelligence, surveillance, and target acquisition and reconnaissance capabilities, logistic support. Official sources said, citing intelligence inputs. Okay, this follows an increasing trend in UAVs deployment by the People's Liberation Army in Tibet and along the LAC since the standoff began in eastern Ladakh in May 2020. Okay, so China expand its unmanned aerial vehicle near the line of actual control. Now, what is line of actual control? I am discussing. Line of actual control is a national demarcation line that separates India control territory from Chinese control territory. So this is the line of control. This yellow line, this part of India become Aksai Chin, a part of China, by this line of control. This line of control, this, then Nepal, then there's Sikkim, Bhutan, and the Arunachal. This is the line of control. Actual control. This is the line of actual control. Then the next news is from this page. I skip the political news. Then code for medical device welcomed. What is this? The Department of Pharmaceuticals recently published the draft uniform code for medical device marketing practices, which it said is aimed at bringing in a voluntary code to regulate fair marketing practices by the medical device industry. It also aims at giving the industry an identity apart from influencing the marketing dynamics of the pharmaceutical industry. Means there is no special regulation code for medical device marketing practice in India. There is no special code or medical special uniform rule for marketing device marketing. Okay, so Department of Pharmaceuticals come with a draft that there should be a uniform code for medical device marketing practice and is aimed at bringing in a voluntary code to regulate fair marketing practice. Okay, one cannot take a high charge or high price of the medical device. So there should be a regulatory rule, okay, for the fair marketing practice by the medical device industry. It also aims at giving industry an identity apart from influencing the marketing dynamics of the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, the next is there is a website here, Uniform Code for Medical Device Marketing Practice. This is Department of Pharmaceuticals. So what is the uniform code? What is the draft? This is the draft. Public notice. Government of India, Minister of Chemical and Fertilizer. Draft Uniform Code. This is a simple draft, not implemented yet. Draft Uniform Code for Medical Device Marketing Practice. Request for feedback, comments of the medical device industry or other stakeholder. Okay. So the marketing practice of medical device sector are currently being voluntarily regulated by the Uniform Code for Pharmaceuticals Marketing Practice. Okay, based on the request of the medtech industry to have separate uniform code, having realized such need, the department has prepared a separate uniform code for medical device marketing practice. To have wider stakeholder is hereby published annexed to 6 specific comments from the public and medical device. They need public comment and medical person comment. Okay, so this is the news. Next news is explore green cremation method. Okay, what is this? Cremation means the burning of the dead body, dead human body. The National Green Tribunal has directed all state and union territory to switch over to environment-friendly method of cremation and explore the viability of electric or piped natural gas cremation alongside wood and curb air pollution. So to reduce air pollution due to wood burn, the National Green Tribunal has told all state and union territory to go for electric and piped natural gas crematorium. Okay. Now, what is National Green Tribunal? National Green Tribunal is an act of Parliament of India, means it is a statutory body. It was developed through an act of Parliament, which enables the creation of a special tribunal to handle the expedition disposal of the case pertaining to environmental issue. It draws inspiration from Indian constitutional provision of Constitution of India Part 3, Article 21, Protection of Life and Personal Liberty, which assures the citizens of India the right to healthy environment. Okay, 5 regional branches: New Delhi, Pune, Bhopal, Chennai and Kolkata. It is a quasi-judicial body. This is the main factor. What is quasi-judicial body? Quasi-judicial body is a nearly similar of a judicial body. What is judicial body? Judicial body is the Supreme Court, High Court and Lower Court. But what is quasi-judicial body? A quasi-judicial body can be an individual or body with powers resembling of a court of law. They can adjudicate and decide penalty on a guilty. Means quasi-judicial body can give penalty sentence or can give punishment to any body, organization or private person. List of quasi-judicial body in India: National Green Tribunal, Central Information Commission, National Human Rights Commission, Tribunal, Cbi. Okay, these are the. Cbi is also a regulatory body, regulates the rules in the share market. So single body can be a statutory body, a regulatory body and a quasi-judicial body. Cbi is the example. Cbi is a statutory body developed by passing an act in the parliament. So it's a statutory body, is a regulatory body, it regulates the share market and is a quasi-judicial body. It can also punish and also sentence to punishment to the lawbreaker. Next news is India gets extension to send Afghan aid. What is this? Pakistan gives 2 more months. Pakistan on Sunday extended for 2 months the period for India to transport 50,000 tons of wheat and life-saving medicine as humanitarian assistance to war-torn Afghanistan via the Atari-Wagah border crossing. Okay, so Pakistan extend 2 months so that India can transport 50,000 tons of wheat and life-saving medicine via Atari-Wagah border to the Afghanistan. Next news from sport is important news, not IPL related news. I have already discussed about Sri Lanka emergency crisis. Now India beats Korea to finish third. In which sport? Riya Bhatia and Ankita Raina won their singles matches to help India beat Korea 2-1 and finish third in the Asia Oceania Billie Jean King Cup women's tennis tournament in Antalya, Turkey. So in Billie Jean King Cups, India registered third place by beating Korea in 2-1. So what is Billie Jean King Cup? Billie Jean King Cup is the premier international team competition in women's tennis, launched as the Federation Cup in 1969. Okay, it is changed. It is named after world number one Billie Jean King. The Billie Jean King is the world's largest annual women's international team sports competition in terms of the number of nations that compete. The current champion is Katrina Adams. So Billie Jean King. So Billie Jean King Cup is the world largest annual women's international team sport. Any kind of sports maybe. So the Billie Jean King Cup is the India registered that third place in the Billie Jean King Cup in the tennis competition. Okay. Now this is the world largest annual women's international sports. So what is the men's international sports? The Davis Cup is the premier international teams event men's tennis. The Davis Cup is exclusively for tennis, but the premier international teams event. It is run by International Tennis Federation and contested annually between teams from competing countries in a knockout format. Okay. It is described by the organization as the World Cup of Tennis, and the winners are referred as the world champion. Next news is Haryana beats Tamil Nadu for title. So Haryana wins title in which sports? Haryana claimed the 12th Hockey India Senior Men's National Championship, beating Tamil Nadu 3-1 via penalties in Bhopal. So 12th Hockey India Senior Men's National Championship in Bhopal, and who win? Haryana claimed the title. Okay. Next topic is Manipur stuns services. What is this? On an eventful day 2 of the Santosh Trophy National Football, Manipur sprang a surprise on services and Odisha staged a magnificent comeback against Conduct. So Santosh Trophy National Football is going on. Okay. So the senior national football competition Santosh Trophy is a knockout non-professional football competition contested by the regional state association and government institution under All India Football Federation. Okay, so this year the host city is Malappuram, Kerala. Current champion is Services. Services means the defense, and most champion is West Bengal. So if you want this PDF file, just text me in this number. So this is all from today's lecture. I will provide the next news on tomorrow. Okay. So hope you enjoy my video. If you like my analysis, please subscribe my channel, like. Okay, bye. We will meet next day.